Hello, Dominic from BMT Spain, the channel for beginners to advanced players. And this is the first class of a mini course for beginners. I was at the dancing school talking to a friend, and she told me, I told her I was playing tennis, and she said that she already a long time she wanted to learn to play tennis. And I was thinking, I said, okay, I will give you 10-15 classes, the beginning, the basics, but I'm going to use them to put on my YouTube channel. So that's why we are here. And today we will see the beginnings of the forehand and the serve. But we will first start with some throwing and catching to see how is her coordination. Yeah, and from there she will throw and finish, learn to move to the ball, find the ball, feel the ball, finish the stroke. Oscar Wagner method, find it, feel it, finish. And then we will start with the racket short and then go to the normal racket. We will also do the serve, starting short and then to the normal racket. The next class we will do the backhand and the serve, and the third class we will do the forehand and the backhand. And then you can already see in the fourth class that we have a complete stroke, yeah. And from there we start to run, start to have directions. So in around the 10 classes she should have a basic, so she can manage with her friends on the court. So let's go for that challenge. So we start with explaining the ready position, the feet a little wider, the hands in front of you. Yeah, normally you would ask also to have the heels a little bit off the ground, but that's for later on, just to have the knees a little bit bended and to have a better posture. So from there on, yeah, we will start to throw and catch the ball and see how that coordination is. So let the ball get to your hand is the first step. Get the hand behind the ball and throw it back. Yeah, don't try to snatch the ball. Yeah, let the ball come to you. Yeah, don't get too quick to the ball. Yeah, learn to observe and to catch it, which is not that easy if you haven't done ball sports. So in the beginning we will see a lot of this. Yeah, but this is something that can go very fast, yeah, if you really want to learn it. And once we have done this, we will start to learn and throw the ball, making that finish, yeah, get the hand, the back of the hand into the neck. And this is what I'm explaining now. So now we will throw and finish. I'm showing her here how to get the end position, so the back of the hand goes in the neck, and that's the idea. So make one fluid motion, yeah, from the place you catch the ball is also a point that we will work on. Yeah, here you see up, it goes too slow, it's not fluent enough. She really has to think about it, so we have to practice it a lot so it becomes fluently. Yeah. And as you can see, we have a lot of work to do in coordination. Yeah. And there the hand was beside her, hands were not in front. You could see it was a bad ready position, like I was demonstrating here. So the hands should be more in front, yeah? And the hands also, yeah. But in the beginning, yeah, we want her to find a lot of things by herself. Yeah, that it will be easier to catch. There she made that wrist action and then the motion. So I was explaining here, I want it fluently. Left, the moment you catch, you go in one movement to the shoulder. So again here, she uses that wrist, yeah, and not the whole motion. So yeah, this is what you have if you don't have sports before. So from here on we will start to learn to find the ball. We go with one hand to the ball. So on the right side we go with the right hand, on the left side we go with the left hand, and we try to walk in a natural way, learning to find the ball, yeah, catch the ball and throw it back from there with a finish. So normally, like here, if she walks normal, she would get in that open stance position. And most of the time we will get a 1-2, and we open and 1-2 steps, and you can cover the court. So the first thing is that we learn to walk into the direction where the ball will be, and with the hand we will find the distance, yeah, the distance, the body position. Normally the hand will fix all these things. So as you could see here, she has again in 2 steps that open position, and she should have also here, you can see that open position, which is actually a very normal position. There she has to learn to watch a little bit the ball, how fast it goes, how high it bounces, and this is again coordination. We have to practice a lot, but we try to get it in a natural way. So there she goes back in a bad way. She has to follow her hand, which she doesn't which he hasn't done. Yeah, and this is what I'm going to explain again. Yeah, you have to follow, yeah, the body follows the hand, so your hand goes to the place where the ball will be and the body follows. So the moment your hand goes, the body works in function of the hand. So it's not the hand that follows the body, it's the body that follows the hand. That's the idea of BMT. So here also she didn't walk in the right way towards the ball, but these are things that you don't do automatically. Yeah, you try to think, oh, I have to keep the eye on the ball. Yeah, but normally, yeah, here there she also walked sideways. She didn't walk behind her hands. So this is what we will do a lot in the first 10-15 minutes when we will have a class, is learn to find the ball, yeah, and walk in a normal way towards the place, and from there you throw it back. So always the same, yeah. First we will do it with one hand, then we will go with 2 hands, and for that the body will become in the right position, and afterwards we will do the same with the racket. So here I'm explaining again. Now we will go with 2 hands. So the hands go first, yeah, and the body will follow in a natural way. Like you go in the kitchen, you want to take something, well, you just go to that place in a natural way. And this is what we want to have also here in the tennis court. So turn, and here we go. And again, you could see she would have had that open position, and this is the idea. Even if you go with one hand, again, open position. This is very important that from the first step you already learn to have or to feel comfortable with an open position. Yeah. You will see that in a lot of tennis schools they start in the close position, the left foot in front, and start everything from there. But we learn to walk in a natural way to the ball. If she lands on the front foot, it's okay. Later on, she will learn to turn on that front foot. And depending, the more balls that go in the center, the more possible you will go with that front foot. But the more you go out of the center, like this, the more you will play in that open position. So doing this coordination gets everything in a normal way. Now we start with the racket, and we are going to put our index finger in the heart of our racket, and we take the racket like this. So this will be the Eastern Forehand grip, which is a grip I recommend for beginners and especially for adults, because now my racket is in the same position of my hand. So that's why we learn to find the ball, feel the ball with the hands. Now my hand is in that position, it makes it easier to play the ball. So we will start. So here we get the racket already open and positioned, so we're waiting from there for the ball, and we just learn to touch it to get that feeling with the contact of the ball, just a little touch. And once you get a few times this done well, then we will do the next step. This is just to get the feeling, and now we will touch and finish. Yeah, these are the 2 most important words for the beginning at BMT: touch and finish. Yeah, and the 3rd word is find it, and then you get find it, feel it, which becomes the touch and the finish. So yeah, from here we're still in that same position, and after this we will start like we did in the throwing. We want to find the ball, and from there learn to touch the ball and touch and finish. So what we do with the hand, we do now the same with the racket in the same steps. So here again I am explaining, yeah, that you have to learn to find it, yeah, and then you just have to finish, touch and finish. Yeah, you will hear that a lot, yeah, if you're in my class. Touch and finish, yeah, this goes better. And now we start to find the ball, touch and finish, touch and finish. Yeah, the touch is only a few times. Yeah, once you get that touch, yeah, you directly want to finish to get that important part from contact to shoulder. Yeah, especially for beginners. Yeah, and local club players. If you just focus on making that finish, that's one of my phrases. It's all about the finish. Yeah, then you will go in the right way to the ball, because it's the finish that will make the ball go, yeah, the way you want it to go. If you just stop the ball, it would be much easier. But as you can see, little by little, yeah, the body is not always correct. She's too busy, yeah, with that. But you will see in a few classes that it will go easier and easier. Hey, she learned a lot of forwards. That's because the coordination on learning to know how far will the ball go, how high will it bounce, how fast does it go, and for that a lot of throwing and catching for her is important. And from here we start also to walk in the different directions, yeah, forwards, backwards, sideways, yeah, learning to follow the hand. And then from the ready position, turn, yeah, get the hand first. There she walked in the wrong way, she should turn a little more, but yeah, there's a good part of being a teacher. You need patience, yeah, because if you believe in it, yeah, at the end they will all do it well. So now here I'm explaining that we will do the same again, but now we go with both hands, and when we get there on the bounce, we open, touch, and finish. So now we have hands, bounce, yeah, and then we open and we touch and we finish. So we already have here 4 points of the 5 of BMT. So the 5 points are hands to contact, looking for the bounce, turn the racket, touch the ball, and finish. So here she has hands, bounce. We asked to open the racket, but it's not really the turn. Yeah, but she has the touch and the finish. So in the next class, yeah, there will be that turn that we will practice, and that turn will become her rhythm. So now we go in the back doing the same. Yeah, try to follow the hands towards the contact and trying to find that balance also a little bit, but following the hands. So she has to work more on that. She goes, but the hands are now a little bit too close. Yeah, in the future they will also be a little bit higher. But this is the first step, so we're already in the back of the court. The only thing that is missing is the turn, and that will be her rhythm. So this will be the next class, but as you can see, we will start already, yeah, to have almost a complete stroke. And from here, yeah, I'm already happy with that because she never played a ball sport. So next class we will work on the rhythm. So here we will start with the serve, and I will explain the throwing action. So the first step is learn to have that arm extension, and also how to have the racket, but in this case the ball, yeah, that the hand position is correct, so that we have that pronation towards contact. Just by making, so here I have to correct, there she wants to have that hand open, which would be the waiter's serve. So that's what I'm correcting here, getting that hand in that vertical position, not in that horizontal position, and from there, yeah, we will have that arm extension. So learning to throw the ball, yeah, aim 3 steps. So here we have that frontal position, and after that frontal position we will go more in a, let's say, the half open position, and from there we will go to the normal stance. So once we have that extension, we will bring in the toss, so the left arm. So we will have the left arm, right arm, left arm, right arm, and we will need also to find the timing. So we toss and we throw, we toss and we throw. And again, this is a lot of coordination, getting the two arms working, I mean, not really together, but in the right order. So the toss and the throw, and when the right hand goes up, the left hand goes down, and we will do that first, yeah, again in that frontal position. And these are the steps that we will make in the 3 different positions: frontal, half open, and the normal position. So here it's more getting used to having that left arm, right arm, left arm, right arm. So she goes up and now she throws and she's going down. So this was, there she then went down. So yeah, she has to think about it. There she then went down again. So left arm up, right arm, yeah, goes up, left arm goes down. So you see her, she's really thinking about it, yeah. And this is now finding the timing. Also, this is a little bit shoulder over shoulder. And here we are going to do the two steps again, but now from the half open position. So first we have that arm extension, but she has to turn already a little bit. So now we have the turn and throw. So turn and extension, good. And we do that a few times, and then we will also bring in, yeah, the left arm and the throwing action. So left, turn and right. So left, turn and right. So 1 and 2, yeah. So once you get a little bit that rhythm, it can go very fast if it's only throwing. Once the racket get in, then you have another dimension. And here we go to the normal position. So now she has to learn to turn and throw, yeah, because especially for beginners, for me, it's actually a pure throwing action. And once they learn to throw, then the serve goes in much easier. So this is without the left arm, just to throw. Yeah, it's one arm, just one thing, turn and throw. And again here, we're going to make a combination, left arm, right arm. Yeah, the toss and turn and throw. So it goes up there. She was almost, voila, left arm, right arm. Good. And this is how we build up first before we're going to use the racket. And once the tossing and the throwing goes well, now here we will try to throw the ball, which will be the racket. So we toss with the left and we throw with the right. It's an exercise I use with everybody. So getting used to the height of the ball, the speed of the left arm will be the height of the ball. So learn to find it a little bit, learn to watch the ball, yeah, check out if the arm, yeah, goes up in the right direction. And little by little, by learning to throw, see there the ball was more to the left. And here we will start with the racket. So we will just toss the ball and turn the racket against the ball, yeah, the extension. But in that extension we also get what I'm showing here, that pronation. So normally in the beginning we will see that she will open the racket a lot, which is normal for beginners, but we will explain again and again. So up, just, yep. Now that ball is not high enough, but this is what I meant with in the beginning, yeah. The height of the ball, how high should it be? But this is okay, just the extension without getting that waiter serve. Try to avoid that. So here it was open, which is normal for beginners, yeah. It has an easier feeling that the hand goes in the right way. It's like a, let's say, more a volleyball player, yeah, with that open hand, you touch the ball. But in the beginning, yeah, we will correct it every time. See, there she opens again. But don't worry too much, yeah, because the whole stroke will also be needed to be done correctly. So this was the first class with the forehand and the serve.